I'm Lydia with Raindrop Lila, and today I want to do an Etsy shop update, and I want to share with you guys and show you guys everything that's included in all my new kits that are coming to my Etsy shop. Okay, I will have, let's see how to do this. This is my premium collection, my Journal Maker Textile Kit collection, and I actually have 4 variations of this with some very slight differences. They will have a lot of pieces that are very much the same. This just came off. Okay, so I have this one, and then I have this one. This is more of a retro journal maker kit. And then I also will have a few of these paper kits. And I also have a few tins. Okay, so oh, and I also have a journal. And I was going to say that a lot of these pieces that I will be showing you guys, I actually used a lot of pieces in this journal which sold, but I have the video flip through up on my YouTube channel, and you guys can kind of look at it for inspiration if you would like. So this is actually going to be shipping out. But I wanted to mention that if you guys do pick one of these up, you can kind of look and see how I use some of the textiles in this journal. Okay, and then I have a few of these also. And let's see what else. I guess, you know what? I think we will start with, I'm thinking to start with something smaller. We'll come back to this one in just a bit. Maybe I'll start with the tins first, okay? I'm going to show you guys what comes in the tins. I have a few different tins, and they are basically the same, but they will have a few different pieces in them. And I'll show you just kind of what they come with. Okay, so it comes with this little trim with the little flowers. It comes with this. These are handmade. These two right here, these ruffles, have been hand stitched by me right here. And I used some of these in the journal. And then this is a ruffle that was repurposed. Okay, isn't that cute though? I love the polka dots with the hearts and the red. I think that's just so cute and has such a nice retro look. Okay, it comes with this bulldog clip, and I attached this rose. So you can use it as is in a journal, or you can remove this and use it somewhere else in a journal if you would like. Okay, then I actually have this flower, and I sewed the button on there. I hand sewed that. Okay, so this is a really cute embellishment also. And then I have this. This can be added to a journal also. It's a little bit heavy, so you might want to make sure that where you use it, it has some stability. But I think it's a really cute addition to this this little kit. Okay, now these, let's see. This is the piece that is going to be different. This little image on there. I actually have a printable with these, and let's see where it's at in here. Here it is. Let's see. So basically, they're fairly similar, but they're just a bit different. So that's going to be the difference in the tins, right? Okay, so then this is full of like all these pieces that you can use in your journal. Just a bunch of hearts and heart stickers. Aren't these pretty? Okay, oops, there's another one here. Okay, and then I have these handmade pieces of ephemera that I made, and I actually have a craft with me how to make this one. And these all, I actually made all of these, and these will be all the same in the kit. Okay, and then I have this cute little flashcard, and it's like a strawberry shortcake flashcard, and each one again will be a little bit different, but I think it's so cute and it just matches so well with kind of the whole aesthetic, right? Then there's going to be two little heart doilies, a flashcard with the red grid on the back, and then there's going to be this little red paper, or actually it's a large paper clip with the bow. And I love to add these to my journals. I love the way they look sticking out at the top. Then there's this little packet, and it's just some bits and pieces that you can use for like journaling, for collaging. And then I also am including this, all this trim. There's so many pieces in here. And it's attached with, they're all kind of held together with this what are they called? This pipe cleaner. And they're on a pin, and then I have a white doily on top. Okay, so aren't these just so pretty? Let me see if I can. And then there's also a heart doily in there, and then this tissue paper. And if you go back and look at, if you watch this, or if you've watched this, I show you examples of how I use this type of tissue paper in my journals or in that journal. And there will be some inspiration there if you guys want. Okay, so that's the 10. I have just a few of these. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. Oh, you know what? I was going to say that. I wonder if the the ruffles are all the same. Never mind. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is this. And again, so this paper kit has a lot of different pieces that I, again, used in the journal. And so if you like, a lot of times if you're looking for inspiration for how to use the paper kits, when I make my paper kits, I choose pieces that I usually work with in my journals, and I like to curate them for a specific theme usually. So like you can see, this is like the red, white, and like roses, gold. So that's kind of like, when I went to create this journal, that's kind of what I did, was I have all these pieces that would work really well with like this type of journal, or anything with red. So I do like to kind of repeat colors and patterns in my journals, or have some kind of theme. Okay, so let's start with this. It will come with a glycine envelope, and I have a bit of doily glued on there, and then a bit of just book page, and then it's wrapped up with this red twine. And I tuck this in. You can actually take this and use it in a journal. You can just glue it down, or you can pull pieces out and use them as you wish. Okay, so this has some bits and pieces of paper that you can use. And some of these pieces, like these, are embossed. I emboss these pieces, and they're great for collage, right? I use something similar to this one in this journal as a tuck spot or as a belly band. I love this gold piece, or these gold pieces. I'm actually really obsessed with them. I have this one too, this gold piece. with the rose. Isn't that just so beautiful? I love that old look. I just think it's just so, so pretty. And I feel like it adds a lot to a journal. I like the aging. Okay, and then I have these pieces, and this one is embossed, but this one isn't. But it has the red hearts, and these are just really pretty to add to your journal. You can make a tuck spot out of it. And you can just glue it down to add some interest, or you can add them. You can use these with like a book page and create one of those little flip ups. Okay. Okay, and then I showed you guys this one, and then I have this one also. This one will be a little bit different for each paper pack. It'll be just a random piece. But I think it's going to have red and, let's see, it might have red and white, or it might be just red in this craft color. Okay, so this might vary what you get. And then this one is actually a watercolor. I watercolored this with a metallic paint. Isn't that just so pretty? I love this. I did this like maybe a month ago. I pulled out my watercolor paints. And I just kind of played around. So each kit will get something similar to this. So some of them might have maybe gold instead, or like a transition between the gold and silver. Okay. And then I have a bunch of book pages. I added this little paper clip that will hold everything together, and I love the red twine. It's such a cute touch. Okay, so I'm going to have these tickets, 2 heart doilies, this piece. Isn't that just so pretty? It sparkles. Okay, and then each kit will have all these book pages, and they are all different, so it's nice to have like different pages when you work with them, and they're all nice and aged. This one says Anne of Ava, Wilderness Wife, Victor Charlie. I don't know what that is. Some of the pages will have some markings on them. Okay, I think it's just one page with the marking. The Complete Book of Rules. Sometimes I read what it says, right? Revealed. I like that word. Okay, let's see what else. And then I have one of these vintage ones too. That's more yellow. And then I have one that's like white and black. And I just feel like they work so well together with this, with the whole aesthetic, with the red, white, and black. Okay, and then I just have these all paper clipped together. Okay, and then we're going to move on. I have these flashcards. Each kit will get one of these type of photos, or not photos, book pages, but it's got a vintage image, like a romantic vintage image. And I think it's really, I love them because of the vintage look, right? So each one will get one of those. I have this napkin. You open it up and there's actually 4 pieces, right? And what I did was I cut one piece out, and then there's like a white piece underneath, so you're going to want to peel that off. And then I glue this to a book page, and I made a little tuck spot with it it's in this journal if you guys want to see how I used it. So that's what I love about using napkins. There's these 2 bigger heart doilies. I have this piece too, and again I use this in this journal in the flip through, and this tissue paper. I have this large doily, and also this baking paper. And I use this, let's see, I think I use this in the tin. for some of the ephemera and the tin. Okay? And then I have some more book pages here. And again, it's held together by this paper clip. And I'm just going to kind of go through it really quickly. This is more of a newsprint type of paper. Each kit will be different, but very, very similar, okay? So each kit will have like this black and white type of magazine page. I might have some that have black and white and red maybe. Okay, so keep that in mind. Then just another, like an aged workbook page. And then I also have this right here. Isn't that a beautiful color? I just love this. Okay, I also have this vintage magazine with just some really cute images at the end. And so this will be different, but it'll be from the same magazine or the same style. Okay? It just has kind of a romantic 80s look to it, which I think goes really well with like the red, white, and black. And then some larger pages. Excuse me. Okay, and then I have this larger page, and it's a little bit yellowed, and it's just nice print to use. I also included a music sheet, and then I included this magazine style page. It's like an antique magazine, and it'll have like different, I think I might have used the chair or different pieces of furniture on it. And again, it has a very pretty, elegant look, and it'll look really good with all the other pieces. Okay, and then another page from that antique magazine. Okay, so this is the, let's see. This is my paper kit, journal making kit. Okay, and now we're going to move on to this kit, and I actually have, let's see, 2, 4, I have 6 of these ones, okay? And I'm going to show you how they come. Oops. Okay, so I have this piece. I hand sewed this flower, well, the button on the flower, and then on this little ruffle, which is repurposed. Okay, and I love the polka dots. I think it's so cute. And then I made this little fabric tag, and I have the button, which I sewed on, and this vintage fabric. Isn't this just so pretty? I love this fabric. I think it's so cute. And then I actually stapled this bit of ribbon on here with the print and one of my printables, one of my haberdashery printables. Okay. Okay, so this is the Journal Maker Textile Kit. Okay, and then I have these pieces of fabric. So basically, it's all held together with a little bowl pin, so they can be pulled apart. This you can turn into a ruffle. You can use it as a little tie like this. I also included this vintage piece of netting or tulle, but it's a little bit stiffer, so I just love the way that looks, and you can use it in your journal somewhere, and I just love the aesthetic of everything together. Then there's a strip of red fabric with this pretty lace on there. Then I have these 2 different strips of polka dotted fabric, and I actually love these. I use these a lot in the journal and in the tins for the ephemera. You can use them as, you can make a ruffle either by sewing them up like this, right? Or you can actually glue them on your page into a ruffle if you wanted to, or you can make a bow and just attach a bow to a page. There's so many ways to use these. Okay, and then we'll move on to the fabric fabric. And the fabric is held down with pins, so just be careful when you pull them out. You can also use these pins in your journals afterwards if you would like. You can just, I could show you how I do it. You can actually pin something to the fabric with them and just add them to your journal, or you can add them to like a tag and pin like a tiny bit of fabric. I love to do that, so that's just a little tip. Okay, so this top piece, you're going to get this pretty vintage lace. And then you're going to get this pretty fabric. It's kind of sturdier or heavier. This is great for pockets too, or for the spine. Actually, this would be a really pretty spine too, right? It comes with this piece right here. Do I have a ruler? Okay, so it's a fairly great piece for, it's not quite 12 by 12, it's smaller. It's like a 9 by 8.5, something like that. Okay, so this is great for using in your journal. This is a larger size. It's like 12 by 12. So usually my larger size pieces, I try to keep them to like around 12 by 12. So this is great for a cover, right? And what I like to do is to build on top, right? And just slow stitch different pieces. Then I have this one. And again, this is approximately 7 by 12 by 14, something like that. Okay, and then this one, this has tiny little hearts, white hearts. I love that one. Okay, and then this is actually a piece of felt. So I love to use, when I do my soft cover journals, I love to use the felt, right? And let me let you guys know the size of this. Okay, something fell. Oops. Okay, so this is approximately 12. Actually, it's a little bit bigger than 12. Okay. 12 by 8.5, something like that. I gave a little bit more for the spine. Okay. So you can make a journal with, let's see if I have this, so it would fit inside, right? So you could just use a full size page, like a printable if you wanted to for this. And then I have this. This is like a satiny, well, it's kind of satiny on one side, and it's a little bit like shinier, and then it's like silk on the other side. See that? And I did, all the pieces have been hand cut by me, and they are also, they were also ironed, but when they get shipped, you might, the way they're folded, you might have some folds in there or wrinkles. And then this, I love this so much, guys. Oh my gosh. I think it's so pretty. So this is going to be around 12 by 12. I always say most of my big pieces will be between 11 to 12 inches, right? Like this one. Because sometimes when I cut them, I might make a mistake and go smaller. So I'll just say 11 by 11, right? So this is that kit. I'm just going to leave them so I can move on quicker. I'll have to put this together later. I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so the next ones, I actually have 4 different variations of them because a lot of the pieces I use are going to be, they're repurposed, so they're limited quantities. Okay, so I'm going to have kits A. Let's see how this works. B. This will be C, and this will be D. And I'll talk about the differences in them really quick, and then I'll open them up so you can see. Okay, so for A, the difference is, for A and B actually, the difference is that this right here, the ribbon on this is the cream ribbon with the print. And then I have the sequin trim on there, right? So that's what for these. Now for these two, the trim is gonna be the lace, the vintage lace. And let's see, and this trim right here. The red trim right here. I just had limited quantities of it, and so I ran out, and so I had to substitute with what else I had. So that's the difference between these two and these two, okay? And then another difference is this one has, I'll have to show you guys up close. It's kind of hard to see, but if you see this fabric right here, this is a toile red fabric, and I only was able to cut that piece. I had a small piece of fabric, but I could only make 4 kits out of this for this kit because the fabric, it just had to be that size. So the toile is so pretty, I just couldn't resist using it for these kits. And so I only have 4 kits with the toile, but this one has this kit. This is the difference, okay? This fabric right here. And then this one is this one. It's like a textured. Wait, this one will be D. Sorry, so this is A, B, and then C is this one. It's like a champagne color fabric, right? And then D is champagne fabric, but it's textured. Okay, so that's the difference, and I will open them up so you guys can see exactly what's included in each one. I hope that's not too confusing. They are all fairly the same. They're not that different from each other, just those few pieces. Okay, so for this kit, this is gonna be kit A, and I'll show you the whole kit again. Remember that the differences between them will be the ribbon will be different, and then this trim right here will be different for some of them, okay? But each one will get these roses. I spent so much time sewing these roses. These are hand sewn, hand cut, and sewn by me, and I actually hand cut each row, each petal, and I hand sewed each petal and then sewed them into this rose. Of course, since they're handmade, each one will look just a little bit different, but it's a little rose cluster. And what I did was I added these pieces of trim on here. So what you could do is you can just attach them like this to a journal. So let's say you have your journal, you can attach them like this to a journal, right? Where you use it just as it is, or you can use just the rows. So you can take them apart. That's why I just added the ribbons and the little pieces here. I just added them with a ball pen so you can remove them and use them anywhere you wish. I love having that freedom to be able to kind of use them wherever you want, right? So, and then it has this bead trim, or I don't know what it's called, but I just love the whole look of it for this kit. I made a textile swatch card to use, and this is a velvet red bow. Isn't that just so pretty? And then of course I used some of the textiles and I layered the lace over some red fabric. And then I also hand stitched these ruffles. So I have a red, this is like a champagne color, and then the cream, or yeah, it's like a cream color. And I hand stitched the hearts with some metallic thread like this. Isn't that just so pretty? Let's see, I think it's focused. It's so pretty, and actually if you want to embroider to make the hearts, for these ones, since they're so small, I actually embroidered, I double embroidered, like I made the two stitches for one heart. Not 2 stitches, sorry, 4 stitches. So 2 stitches for each side, right? So those are the ruffles. And you know what? Actually, there's one more I want to show you guys. One of the kids has I vaguely remember that I used different thread on one of the ruffles, but now I can't remember which one. Oh my gosh. So there will be this one. This is going to be a little bit different. This one has the white and it has little red embroidered on the white, the red hearts, okay? But the rest will all be the same. And I made these. These are so cute. I just love them. This is like a little fabric tag. This is fabric. This is paper right here. And this is silk. Isn't that just so pretty? I love the color and I love the way that feels. Okay, and then I have an embossed piece of paper and then a piece of vintage lace, and I stapled this. It's like a little textile tag. This is a printable in my Etsy shop. And then I have a piece of vintage. I hope you guys can see that. Like an ivory or cream vintage, I don't know what it's called. It's like satiny. And I used that at the top, and I embroidered little French knots into like tiny little roses. This is really tiny. Like the embroidery is so detailed, guys. It's so tiny, but I love it so much. Okay, so this is 2.5 by like 4 inches. But like the embroidery is so tiny. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. I love miniature things, so this just makes me happy. Okay, so it's I have a little bullpen on here, and not a bullpen, excuse me, a bulldog clip. So you could clip this to a page in your journal. You can actually hang it up on the wall if you wanted to, and it has the bullpen that is holding the little rose on there. Okay, so let's move on. The kit is wrapped up with this red ribbon, and I have a little bead that I handmade actually with a bullpen. So you can remove that and attach that, use that in your journal if you wish. Okay, and then it also has the cream ribbon. So you're getting different ribbons here that you can use. The cream ribbon I just wrapped around. Okay, so you're going to get a piece of cream ribbon, a piece of the red ribbon, and then I use paper clips and like either or pins to hold everything together. Then this is a, let's see. Okay, then it comes with this piece of lace. Some of the kits, that was another difference. Some kits will have this scallop right at the top, and some kits won't. It'll be just straight like this at the top, okay? So I think, let me see. I think the ones with the toile have the scallop, because I didn't have that many. Okay, so we have this piece of lace. It's a fairly large size piece of lace. And then it comes with this. Again, this felt piece. And I love using felt. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to sew straight through it depending on the thickness of the felt. This is a thinner piece of felt, so it won't be as difficult. But I've had some thicker pieces of felt that are harder to sew through. Like you have to pull the needle through with like a little bit more strength. But they make for great journal covers. I've been doing this for quite a while, and I use the felt as like the core or the inside. I love using these in my journals because the felt, it just works really well. Okay, let's move on. So each kit will come with this piece of fabric. Let's see. It's gonna come with this piece. I actually pinned the tool. I have this tool, this pretty tool with the little gold hearts. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so it comes with this pretty tool fabric, right? And then this fabric is, I just love this piece of fabric. This cream fabric is from a vintage dress, and it's just so beautiful. But I do want to say that you got to be really careful if you tear it to use in your journal. It tears beautifully, and it has like all this really pretty fraying, but you got to be careful because I tore some pieces, and they tore into a direction and kind of made the piece smaller than I would have wanted it to be, like the larger piece. But it's just so beautiful. I just love it so much. This is what I used for, let's see, for this piece right here, right? It's just so pretty. I love it so much. Okay, and then I have this piece. Oops. I have it all like attached so that it stays together, right? Okay, so then I have this piece, this cream piece. I have this champagne colored piece. This is actually a silk. Isn't that just beautiful? I'm in love with this. Like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love silk so much, and this is just a really beautiful piece. I can't wait to actually work with this. I kind of wanted to hoard it, but then it looks so good with these colors that I just had to share some of it. But I'm keeping one kit for myself with all these pieces. Okay, and then this right here, I wanted to show you, this is a tulle piece, right? So it's gonna be approximately this size. So you can use it on a journal cover. And this is actually it's a little bit, it feels like a, let's see, like a synthetic, right? And it's a little bit see-through. So what I would do is I would use this white piece, which is why I included it in here also. Okay, that's what I would do. I would sew it together with the white piece. Doesn't that just look so pretty? I love this so much. I think it's just beautiful. Okay, so then this is the piece, the white piece I have. And there's also this one here that's white. So you can layer it on here also, right? Okay, then this one has the red. It's like, it's kind of a satiny feel on the back, and the front is like it's kind of textured. Okay. And then I have this piece here. And this is like, I don't know, is it called iridescent? But isn't that pretty? And each one will get a different part of the embroidery with the flower, right? And then this one. This is again one of my favorites. I actually love the whole aesthetic. I think it's so pretty and elegant. And this is a thicker, heavier fabric. See that? And these all come on, excuse me. These all will come with this piece of, it's just a repurposed cardboard. And this could be used for covers in a journal if you wish, because it's really, it's pretty good weight. Okay. Or for making tags. So that's the kit with the toile. And I think I will just put this together later, but I just wanted to show you guys all the pieces it comes with. And it's a fairly large kit, and it has all the handmade pieces. Okay. And some of these pieces, I try to make sure that each kit gets really good pieces, but they are repurposed fabrics, so you might see some, let's see, I'm trying to see if there's anything I can show you guys. Like you will have fraying in them. Let's see what else. And some of them you might see the seam, like the seam marks on some of the pieces, right? But they'll be fairly the same as this kit. Kind of like what you saw in this. So this is the one with the tool, okay? And then let's move on. I think I'll move these aside. Okay, so for this one here, I'm going to open it up, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to show you the pieces that are different, because the ones that you guys saw that are the same, there's no point of going through everything again, right? Except this one is going to be different, right? Oops, I don't want to be off camera. Okay, so I didn't show it properly. Okay, so these are the pieces in this kit. And then this one will have this piece. And this is a, I'm trying to think. It was actually a placemat, right? Which I trimmed down. But it's a perfect, it has the perfect feel for a journal cover, because it's a little bit stiff. And so let's bring in a journal. See that? So all you have to do with this, really, I mean, you have this seam right here that you might want to glue closed, or you can even hand stitch it, right? Or you can leave it at the top as a pocket, actually. Let's see, right? This could actually be a pocket. But anyway, so this is really great. You just have a journal cover just like that. This one makes it really easy. But if you want to embellish it, you can add like ruffles. You can just go all out, and you can do hand stitching on this. So that's what this one is. I only have 2 of this one, okay, with the red. Okay, so that's what the difference is between this one. This will be, let's see, this is the red B, okay? So this is a premium kit, but it's red B. That's the difference between them. Okay, now I have, this one will be C, and this will be D. Okay, so C, let's see. Let's see what C has. I put these together, and I feel like I might have forgotten them, but no, I remember now. So this is also pretty much the same, and this will be the difference is this one right here, and oops, I attached this to it. Okay, let me give you an up close to the trims, okay? So here's the lace trim. This vintage lace trim is the difference. And then this piece of red trim right here. Okay? And then this is the piece that will be different right here. See if I could just pull it out. Yes, I can. Okay, so this has, I don't know what it's called. Oh gosh, my mind is drawing a blank. So this is what it looks like. It's like a champagne color. It's so pretty. And it has this, oh my gosh. It kind of stiffens up the fabric, okay? I forget the term for it, but it makes it a little bit stiffer. And again, I think it's great for making a journal cover out of this. You can just add your pages straight inside and just keep it simple like this. You can add a ribbon and to tie it together. You can glue on top of it like an image, you know. You can glue something on top, or you can slow stitch on top of it. You can add a ruffle, right? I mean, the colors of this doesn't really go. The pink, I mean, the blue doesn't go that well, but this would be pretty, right? So that's what kind of my ideas for this. This is a great start for a journal cover. You can layer it. You can do different slow stitching or embroidery on here, or you can even just glue different fabrics on the cover and do like a collage. So that's what this one is, and this one is gonna be C. Okay, so this is Champagne C. I'm just trying to kind of give, I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll put that together later. I want to kind of give you guys a way to remember what they are, because I make them and sometimes I get confused and I'm like, what is the difference? Oh my gosh, because I forget so quickly, right? And again, I feel like the differences are very, very small. I mean, I love the toile one, but like this one is going to be pretty close to the C and D are pretty much, I feel like they're pretty much the same, except for this piece is textured, right? This has some discoloration here. Did you see that? I didn't even see that until now. And I see a little bit of pilling on here, so I'm just going to cut that piece off. Okay, so that's all. Maybe I'm going to take a baby wipe and see if that comes out. But this is basically a base for a journal cover. You're just going to want to sew on it. I have these wipes here that I will use. I actually, a lot of my fabrics are repurposed fabrics, and I wash everything. Except, of course, I also use a lot of brand new stuff. That I also use some brand new things, like the ribbons are brand new. Because if I have an aesthetic I'm going for, I will purchase pieces. I use antiques, I use vintage, I use repurposed, but I will also use brand new pieces because I want my pieces to be curated, or my kits to be curated, and I like them to have a theme that is gonna work together well. Okay, that came off. I just wiped it with a hand sanitizing wipe, and that came off. I'm gonna let it dry like this. So this is perfect. I don't know how I didn't see it. I think the lights are really bright here. I have 2 lights right here, and so I was able to see it better now. But, oh, and this one has a different type of bead. Okay, I just noticed that now. That one's gonna have different bead than the rest of them. I like to keep stuff the same, but when you're working with repurposed items, you will have some variation in the pieces, right? Because it's not like everything's manufactured and you have the same quantities, right? But it'll be the same theme, the same look, right? See all the pieces. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys love these kits. I'm excited about them, and I can't wait to list them, and I hope you guys enjoy them, and I hope you guys love them. And if you do use them, I would love to see how you guys use the kits that I make. If you guys are, I know not everybody is on Instagram and on online, but feel free to tag me if you guys are using these and making journals. And if you guys are on Instagram, feel free to tag me. You guys can actually use the hashtag Raindrop Lila, and so I could see what you guys make. And that's another way to actually look and see what other people are creating using these kits, or even printables or whatever from my Etsy shop. It would be great to see. I think that is it. So basically I have the tins, I have the red paper kits, I have these ones. I'll link everything below in my Etsy shop so you guys can have a link that goes straight to it. And I did a flip through of this a couple days ago, and it was blurry. I don't know what happened to my camera, but it reset some of the settings, so I'm going to film this below again. So if you guys want to see a flip through of this, I'm going to have a flip through of this one too on my channel, so just check it out. This one is going to be coming to my Etsy shop also, so if you guys want to purchase it, check out my Etsy shop. Okay, and you know what else I was going to mention? Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I was also going to mention the kits that I have, the printables that I have that I love to use. Okay, so this kit would work really well with my strawberry collection of printables. That would be really cute because of all the prints. But I also have like the Valentine's collection, and I don't use my Valentine collection just for Valentine's Day. I think they're so pretty that you can use them anytime. And that's what I did for this journal. I used like vintage Valentine, like anything with red I used in this, and they work so well with this one. Oh my gosh, I have so many kits everywhere. I don't know where to put them. I'm running out of space. Okay. So this one works really well with the craft kit. It also works really well with my Valentine collection. And you know what? I will link them below so you guys can take a look at what I think works well with them. You can pick one kit or you can pick multiples, and you can mix and match kits too. Just so you guys have some inspiration, I'll do that. And then this one, you can go into different directions with this one. You can use obviously the Valentine kits that I used for like the journal, but you can also go with like my French papers. I have French documents, French and antique documents. Those will look so good with this. I have some romantic printables. I have like this. The background from this one is my Rose Red collection. So this is the Rose Red Silk and Satin Premium Textile Kit. I have a Rose Red printable kit, which came out really for Christmas, but it works really well with this, and it has pages that work really well anytime, not just for Christmas. It just happens to have the red from the rose and then the green from the greenery in the rose, right? So it's Rose Red Evergreen is what I called it. But that works. But that one, so the Rose Red works really well with this one. And I have a lot of rose, like vintage roses type of kits that will work with this one. I would recommend, since there's a lot of red, to include a lot of neutrals. I think that works really, really well. Actually, I can't wait to, I'm thinking to print out some printables so I can work with this kit. I'm so excited, but I have so many different projects going on. I have to kind of finish some of the projects I have already going, okay? I also wanted to mention that I do have some pink kits in my shop also, which I started a craft with me where I was, okay, this is upside down, where I was working with the pink. So if you love pink, I have some more pink kits in my Etsy shop. And I started this and I started creating on camera. So it was kind of taking me a little bit longer. And then I got sick. So that totally interrupted my process for creating this on camera. But I'm going to be coming back and working on this again soon. So stay tuned. But I have this kit with the pink and blue. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Isn't that just so cute? So I have this kit in the shop. Also, I have a few of the textiles and I have a few paper kits. Okay, so when I make a paper kit, what I usually like to do is to have like the complete set. So this paper kit can go with this or with this, right? Well, I did that with my pink set too. So I have a few left if anybody wants to take a look. I'll link it hopefully at the end. I'll link the Etsy shop update maybe for the pink collection because I have a few of those left. I have the paper kit and the textile kit of the pink ones. Okay, so I think that is it. If you guys have questions, please let me know in the comments below, and I will be working on bringing these, listing these in my Etsy shop. Actually, they should already be listed by the time you guys watch this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.